You
Yeah.
talked about you guys had a young team that was still kind of learning in a lot of ways, but had some potential. Now you're one of the teams playing on the last weekend of the season.
Yeah.
Since that time, what have you seen from these guys? What's worked to kind of find your stride or turn the corner or whatever it may be?
Yeah, I think that was kind of our talk all year. Was this team was about growth. We replaced 9 starters on defense, 4 on the offensive line, new quarterback, new running back, and then 1 at receiver as well. So and then new tight end. So there was a lot of new pieces. There's a lot of new coaches. There was a whole lot that was just unfamiliar, and we made no secret about it. Like, growth was going to be the most important thing, and as long as we continued to grow, we were going to be okay. And as long as we kept on that process, we would get to where we wanted to go and reach our potential. Now, we didn't know what that potential was, but that was kind of what we talked about all year. I think the Dunham game was a necessary evil for us. A couple weeks before that, we stumbled and we just played about as bad as we could play. And then that night, it wasn't that we played poorly. We just could not take advantage of the opportunities we would get. We got down inside the 5-yard line 4 times and couldn't punch it in. I think that was a realization for us that we can do it if we push ourselves to this. Since that time, I think we've seen a big increase in preparation and focus from our team, and it's kind of like a realization that we could be very good if we do the little things correctly and if we trust the process. And I think our team has done that, and we've gotten better each and every week. I think you've seen us grow every week, and we've gotten better as the seasons went to reach this potential.
I was going to ask that. I mean, that Westminster team, you all just went out to their place and beat pretty handily. They've been having kind of a storybook season to that point. Did that feel like it was the best that you've seen you guys play so far? And if so, how good of a springboard is that into the final game of the season? Yeah,
anytime you can go to a really good football team like Westminster, Coach Porter does a great job there. Those guys had a really good football team and have had, like you said, a great season. Anytime you can go to their place and beat them well, this late in the playoffs, in the semifinals, kind of insert your wheel on somebody, it is rewarding to see. I would say one of the better wins we've had, but I think it's been a process, and our goal as a team is for our best game to be our next one. And I think that's kind of holds true. But now we're to the point where, this is the next one and this is the last one, so it has to be our best game. But it was good to see that a lot of pieces came together. Now, we got to work Monday, and there's a lot of things that we had to correct. There's some things that we didn't do well that I think we could have done better on the offensive and defensive side of the football. I think we've seen a focus on that this week. But I still think we still have meat on the bone, if you will. There's still some growth left in this team to reach its full potential and get as good as we can be, and I'm hoping we put that all together for Thursday.
Trevin has, and I mean, credit to y'all's offensive line as well, but Trevin's put together one of the better running back seasons that we've seen all over the state this year.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him and from that aspect of y'all's game to be as effective as y'all have been?
Yeah, I think he's kind of the one that you point to as he's kind of the pulse of the team. Kind of as he goes, the team goes. He's kind of shows, I guess, the microcosm of the team, right? He's gotten better as the seasons went, and the team has gotten better as the season went. This is his first year ever to play the position. And he's, broke about every rushing record that you can think of in the state of Louisiana in a year, and broke them handily, not by a couple yards. So I think, his growth has been reflected in our team. On our offensive line, I got to give credit to Coach Tank. Man, he's done a great job, our offensive line coach. We replaced 4 starters on the offensive line, some really good football players. This year we've got 2 sophomores up there and 2 new starters on the offensive line, and they've really gelled, and they've gotten better as the seasons went. They've gotten comfortable playing with each other. They've gotten comfortable playing together, and Trevin's gotten comfortable with them. You've kind of seen that camaraderie and that cohesiveness on the team and on that offensive line has been reflected in our ability to play on offense, and then I think it's been reflected in our team overall. There's a confidence with those guys.
And I guess kind of finish up with this, but when you put on the film of Riverside and prepare for them, what kind of stands out about what they do, challenges they present, or just things that you think are going to be critical in this matchup for y'all?
Yeah, I think they're a great football team. At this point in time, I think we got the 2 best teams in the state. I think the playoffs worked themselves out where you got the 2 best teams squaring off in New Orleans for it all. Riverside's a really good football team. They're really good up front. They can run the ball, and anytime in late in the season, if you can run the ball and play defense, you got a shot to win. And those guys do a really good job defensively. They're really stout. I think I saw something yesterday or today. They're only averaging giving up 10 points a game game or something like that on defense. So they're very stout on defense, very good up front on the defensive line and at linebacker. And then offensively, kind of the same thing that we talked about. Us very good offensive line, good running backs, very good. The skill guys, the receiver, are very good, and the quarterback does a good job of distributing the football all around. So very complete team, very well coached. Coach Russo does a great job over there at Riverside. So when you look at them, the challenge is going to be getting them out of rhythm. Can we force takeaways? Can we get off the field on third down? If they make a mistake, can we take control of it? Good teams like that, if they do mess up and if they do make a mistake and you give them too many opportunities, they're going to make you pay big time. So when that happens, can we take advantage of it? And ultimately, the 4 or 5 plays that come down to deciding the game, are we able to make it or are they able to make them?